Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your daily dose of zombies news from the game and its community here on COD Zombies HQ. Thank you so much for tuning in today, where a massive weight about the future of the Call of Duty Zombies mode has kind of been lifted off our shoulders today. So without further ado, let's kick things right off with our first story of the day. With the Vanguard Zombies mode launching without any round-based zombies maps, and when Treyarch was originally asked about the future of round-based zombies maps being added into Vanguard Zombies, they originally said this: well, the thing there is round-based as you know it might get worked into some other mechanics. That's probably the best I can say without giving it away, but I think because round-based zombies comes up a lot, we're not forgetting about round-based zombies fans. They are going to be satisfied with some upcoming stuff that will be pretty cool, I think. That's the quote they gave us before the launch of Vanguard Zombies. Obviously, this quote kind of foreshadows the zombies community's reaction to Vanguard, with the vast majority of the zombies community being round-based zombies maps fans. They aren't satisfied with the launch of Vanguard, which features no round-based zombies content, but they were kind of teasing that something to do with round-based zombies maps, where they say that these round-based maps would be, quote, worked into some other mechanics, would be released as DLC sometime in the future. But again, they didn't outright confirm that a round-based zombies map will be made in the future, and that some people in the community, like fellow zombies YouTuber Jay Rizzo, expressed the serious concern that Forsaken might have been the very last round-based zombies map we're ever going to get. But that will not be the case, as the lead game designer over at Treyarch in charge of the zombies mode, Kevin Drew, responded to that tweet with this, simply saying, "What a terrible thought. No thanks." And if that's the opinion of the lead game designer over at Treyarch, I think that pretty much outrightly confirms that traditional round-based zombies maps will be returning in the future. Question that remains to be seen about it though is that if traditional round-based zombies maps will be released in Vanguard. They did announce in the quote I read you earlier that something like traditional round-based zombies mechanics will be added into the game as DLC in the future, but they didn't outrightly confirm that a traditional map would. So this tweet from Kevin Drew could mean that as a response to the massive backlash against Vanguard Zombies and its lack of any round-based zombies content, that plans for the Vanguard DLC season could be changed and that traditional round-based maps could be coming. Or it could also mean that we still won't be seeing any traditional round-based maps in Vanguard, and that instead in Treyarch's next COD game releasing after next year's Modern Warfare 2, that is where we'll see the triumphant return of round-based zombies content. My personal hope is that the answer is both, that we will see round-based zombies content in Vanguard, and that we'll see it in Treyarch's next full Call of Duty release. I will say big ups and a big thank you to Kevin Drew, as basically being the only actual communication that Treyarch has made to the zombies community since the release of Vanguard. We haven't gotten any specific comment from Treyarch about the status of the game and where it's going to be headed in the future. Kevin seems to be the only point of contact for the zombies mode right now. We don't 100% know if he's even involved in the development of Vanguard Zombies, as it seems like at Treyarch there was two separate zombies development teams, one working on producing the DLC round-based content for Black Ops Cold War, and the other team specifically involved in producing Vanguard Zombies, which is not that great. But even if he's not involved with the team producing Vanguard Zombies, hopefully someone from that team, like Miles Leslie, is listening to the concerns of the community and they can address that with future DLC updates here in Vanguard. The extent for communication that Treyarch has officially made to the zombies community has just been in the form of some various updates to their Trello board and patch notes of fixes and changes they've made to the zombies mode so far. They actually released a new patch into the zombies mode last night that hopes to fix some pressing issues with the Vanguard Zombies mode. The first one has to do with some very adventurous players finding a way to get out of various zombies maps. Treyarch saying about this that as of their latest patch, they've addressed an issue that allowed players to get outside of the map. So one barrier break may have been patched, but again, knowing the zombies community, 20 more will be found in its place. Treyarch also says that they've addressed issues with players who died in a downed state, not transitioning properly to spectator mode. So now if you're down for the count, no revival, you're bleeding out, hopefully you will be now able to spectate your fellow teammates, and just hope that they do complete their objectives so you're able to respawn the next round. Next, in a very welcome fix, especially for anybody that's working on ranking up their pistol class within the zombies mode, where before, if you went downed when having an upgraded pistol, it wouldn't give you that upgraded pistol in the down state, it would revert it to its non-pack-a-punched version. In past zombies games, that's not how it worked, and Treyarch seems to have noticed this and have fixed it, saying that they've fixed a bug that gave players the default pistol when downed instead of the pack-a-punched version if they own one. So a very good change there that just adds a little extra feature, a little extra benefit when using a pistol in the zombies mode. And lastly, once again, they say that about camo progression in zombies, that all pistol challenges can now be properly completed. Although they say that, I have read some reports that pistol challenges are in fact still bugged, preventing players from getting Dark Ether even if they tried, and beyond that, certain whole classes of weapons are still unavailable to be used in the zombies mode. Specifically, the riot shield and all of the launchers are nowhere to be found, Gonzo Alonzo, from the entirety of Vanguard Zombies for some reason. We haven't actually gotten any response from Treayrch whether they'll be added into the game in the future. Along with this update, on their Trello board, Treayrch did give like a little wink and a nod to the zombies community that have noticed that within Vanguard Zombies, certain voice lines tend to be repeated over and over and over again, where within their patch notes they posted what is probably the most memeified version of these quotes, which is, "Professor, it's time to bid your soldiers auf Wiedersehen." So maybe within a future patch to the game, we'll be seeing these repeated dialogue quotes kind of toned down a little bit. I will say that even before Vanguard Zombies release, there have been rumors that amongst the Treyarch development team, that some people in the team are wanting to move away from round-based zombies maps entirely, which is a big worry. And then we got Vanguard Zombies and its massive negative reception hopefully will have some kind of impact over at Treyarch to say that, hey, maybe it's not time to totally drop the mode and mechanics that made our mode successful in the first place, and that this whole escapade, everybody's response in its entirety, will result in some positive change within the future development of zombies maps, and that, fingers crossed, sometime within Vanguard Zombies DLC season, we'll see the first actual impact of that change if they release a new round-based zombies map. But that does wrap up the news today, guys. I want to thank you so much for watching. Hey, if you did enjoy it, if you're excited that round-based maps will be returning in the future, consider hitting that thumbs up button down below. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. This is a good first indication that Treyarch is pivoting into the right direction, and hopefully they continue it into the future. But I want to thank you again for watching, and I'll see you with another Zombies news video tomorrow. Peace.